fewer than 30 years in the United States, Hyundai Motors America has gone through boom times to bad times, and now they've soared again to a point where they've secured their place as one of the world's leading car brands. And with a record set at Pikes Peak last year, Hyundai is looking to have a bright and bold future in the U.S. On the show this week, we looked at the 2013 Veloster Turbo, Hyundai's wild three-door sport coupe. The Veloster is a newer design in the lineup of Hyundai vehicles, and a unique one at that. The three-door design is unlike anything in the market today. Then Amber and I hit the road in a competition that will test not only the car's abilities, but our own.
This is really dangerous. Welcome, you're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Musker, Mark Maynard, and we are, well, I'm not really sure where we are. Kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Historic Highway 94, Hamul that way, Dulzura here, and the Olympic Training Center not far away.
Very true. Okay, so it's obvious Mark is very at home here in what I think is the desert. It's a little windy, I'm a little out of place, but I am happy to be here because there are so many roads that both him and I are going to compete on today, which we're pretty excited to do. He already thinks he's about to win. All right, we've got a great show for you today. Let's first take a look at the 2013 Hyundai Veloster Turbo. Beautiful car. What do you think of the Black Beauty sitting next to me?
Nice, 201 horsepower. This one's got the 6-speed automatic, I think. The 6-speed manual, sweet, you know, just screaming hot styling. And they built this to reach young guys, young buyers.
Yes.
And they're doing it.
They did do it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Hyundai and, of course, just the history that is that. While Hyundai debuted its first car in 1976, the company's humble beginnings date to the early 20th century. In 1950, Jung Joo-young was born into a poor farming family in the Gangwon province of North Korea. By the age of 18, Joo-young had run away from his home 4 times in search of work in Seoul. The first 3 attempts had been squelched by his father, who had stopped him either on the trip or after he arrived to the city. However, the 4th time, Joo-young managed to hide out more successfully by working a number of odd jobs throughout the town. And by 22, a delivery job became his foray into business, and not long after that, a job in an automobile garage allowed Joo-young to visualize his future. In 1946, Chung Joo-young founded Hyundai and Hyundai Civil Industries. Still, nearly 30 years before the first production model car, Hyundai was a boom for the war effort not only in South Korea, but also for the US. Steel mills, shipyards, heavy industry, oil refineries, and retail were only some of the businesses formed out of the booming conglomerate in the 50s through the 70s. Chung Joo-young had created a modern empire of business. 1967 saw the open of Hyundai Motor Group. In 1976, the Pony was introduced in South Korea. Its successor, the Excel, was the first off the line in the US. And with a reasonable $5,000 tag, Hyundai quickly became a household name. But the success didn't last long, as the brand soon became synonymous with poor reliability standards. In the 90s, Hyundai's main subsidiaries split up, including Hyundai Motor Group, leaving Joo-young's son in charge. With a fresh start, new R&D facilities, and a design center in Southern California, Hyundai was poised to return in the market strong. Ever since, Hyundai has been on the rise. With a strong lineup of reliable cars and precedented warranty service, Hyundai has cemented itself as the 4th largest auto producer in the US, behind GM, Volkswagen, and Toyota. And with that success, Hyundai has broken into the world of performance. As recent as last year's famous Pikes Peak race, the Hyundai Genesis stole not only the win, but set a track record, and they have no plans on stopping. Which brings us to the Veloster.
2013 Hyundai Veloster Turbo. The Veloster is an Elantra variant in a three-door coupe hatchback body style. The rear passenger side door has a concealed door handle to make it look like a coupe. It's a true door, not a so-called access panel. In today's nomenclature, the Veloster Turbo is a sport cross. It is a good imitation of a cyber sportster darting around an edgy video game. It's not as quick as its online avatar, but it is just as three-dimensional. Also added to the body style is a bigger hexagonal front grille, sculpted side skirts, and a new rear bumper with those prominent diffuser vents in the lower fascia. There are 8 individual headlight LED accents and those 18-inch gray wheels with chrome inserts. And for real car enthusiasts, there is the Veloster Turbo with 201 horsepower, body ground effects, and a sport-tuned engine. Veloster Turbo also has a quicker ratio steering rack and a revised steering calibration for precise cornering, feedback, and control. It's a good balance for decent performance without compromising the ride, but the weekend slalomer will want a stickier tire. All Velosters are set up with a McPherson strut front suspension, coil springs, gas shock absorbers, and a 24mm front stabilizer bar. The rear suspension is a lightweight V torsion beam, which is a Hyundai design, and it has a 23mm stabilizer bar integrated in that beam. The rear suspension also uses monotube shock absorbers for ride control. Also new for a mainstream car is an option for matte gray paint. It's that satin finish, but it comes with a special cleaning kit. If you actually polished it as you would a regular car, the paint would get shiny. The Veloster is dialed in for connectivity. It has a multifunction 7-inch touchscreen with which to connect a smartphone. Then you can access Pandora or satellite radio or iPod, USB, digital music, everything else. And then Grace Note ties it all together for hands-free voice activation. My phone's synchronized on the first try in a blink. The Veloster is a so-called coupe hatchback, but with those 3 doors and big cargo space, you can get a lot of things in this car. The cabin makes the most of a small space with 39 inches of headroom, or 37.2 inches with that really cool panoramic sunroof. It looks like a glass roof. Ride quality on this Speedster is pretty good overall. Some sections of concrete highway can be choppy, but that's common in this category of sport cross. At 70 miles an hour, the engine is turning at a not loud 2,500 RPM, and at idle you can barely hear the engine. There doesn't seem to be a budget cut anywhere in the price, but there is no spare tire, just sealant and an inflator. Overall, Hyundai risked failure by obscene gimmickry with Veloster, but it resisted cheapness and shortcuts and turned possible pitfalls into innovations and clever engineering. 2013 Veloster Turbo. It's got, this is a step up, big step up from the standard non-turboed Veloster.
Right.
You've got just about every factory option on this car. Pricing starts about, $23,000,
It's good. That's good, yeah. Let's take a second. I just want to say the grille here, huge for such a small car.
Oh, the better to pull in air,
Exactly.
to breathe and go faster.
Especially with how windy it is today, it's perfect, right?
This is awesome. No, this is a direct injection, state-of-the-art technology, twin-scroll turbo, 197 horsepower, 1.6 liter,
Wow.
4-cylinder.
Fast little car is what that is.
You've got, 30-something miles per gallon
Good.
out of this on
Good.
the highway.
Okay.
And it's, it's about the fun of this, the style.
Right.
This is kind of like your gamer's avatar.
Well, it's a modern Hyundai than what we're not used to. It is. It's pretty sleek looking. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as contemporary, this car has everything. And when you look at the technologies on this, the safety technologies, your Bluetooth, everything, Pandora, all of your audio.
It's all there.
Hookups.
Yep.
4-seater.
But it's funny because you say 4-seater and normally it's not very comfortable, especially when you're getting into a car. But this is what I really like about the Hyundai. 2 doors, one side. I like it.
Yeah, that's, and the third door is on the curb side.
I think, too, what I liked about the car, at least from the inside point, is just that the 2-tone leather, it looks nice. It's pretty classy.
Leather standard in the turbo model, and it does. It's just the attention to detail. in this car.
And you're right about as far as the technology goes, anyone in a younger demographic is going to want all of those options, and Hyundai really thought about that.
And you got to look good, and you've got to have a good interior, nice design. Look,
Yep.
Very symmetry.
Very good.
Very symmetrical inside.
But simple,
Nice,
not
creative.
too much, but nice, Looks good.
Purpose direct.
Ooh, and it feels good. I like these seats.
Heated seats, standard on the turbo
There we
model,
go.
too. It's nice because look at the engineering. It just takes a little bit more to make the doors open
Right.
as wide as these. So that helps people getting in and out of the backseat. Young, limber people. like
Flexible, Mark. That's what we
you.
are.
You got cup holders in the center console and really a surprising amount of headroom
Yep.
for people sitting back there.
Yep.
So you and your friends, when you're going out cruising, partying.
Mark, what makes you say party?
Yeah, people don't cruise anymore, do they?
Oh, we cruise, definitely. Here, I've had a car that only had 2 doors, and I will tell you, it is all right, it is. And this is much easier. That's why I can appreciate a car that put the time in to put another door.
I totally agree with that.
All right, what do we got back here?
You've got your utility.
Ooh.
Utility area. That's the cool thing about these coupes today.
A lot of
So-called
room.
Coupes, because you've got a lot of room.
Yep,
Seats full.
you do.
You can help your friends move with this, Amber.
Well, listen, I'm not helping anybody move. That's too much money. Hey, I want to just, if you guys haven't noticed, there's an egg, right? And coming up, Mark and I are going to have a competition to see who doesn't drop the eggs while driving, who's maybe more of the delicate driver. I'm going to go with me on this one because, well, I'm a woman and we tend to be a little more delicate. So stay with us because this egg and, of course, the automotive headlines are coming up next. You are watching Overdrive San Diego. Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego, driven by Frank Motors. I'm Amber Musker. Mark Maynard. And we finally have found a place with a little less wind, a little less sun. We were getting hot out there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but now
Burned.
we're East County, feeling good. Feeling almost ready for our competition. But of course, before we do that, we want to get to some headlines because we've got a lot of good ones today.
Ooh, significant introduction from BMW, much anticipated. They announced that what was the 3 Series Coupe is now going to be a whole sub-brand. It's going to be known as the 4 Series. So you've got the 4 Series, the 428i, the 435i Coupe. So you've got 2 engine choices, 6-speed manual, 8-speed automatic.
Oh,
now the car,
fast.
with the new sub-branding, the new category 4 Series, it's an entirely new car. So it looks visually larger, wider, longer wheelbase, 2-inch longer
Yeah, that's what I heard,
wheelbase.
2 inch, but you're giving an inch also longer in the car.
About an inch, that could just be fascia stretch. But the width, the track is 1.5 inches wider in the front and over 3 inches wider in the back. So when you look at this thing, it's going to look awesome. And that's
Well, it's a
lowers.
beautiful car already.
BMW Coupe is stunning, but all of that width, lower roofline, better aerodynamics, and that's part of what they're going for in this, is the fuel economy, aerodynamics. The underbelly is just about nearly covered with panels, so that's going to help slip through the air, get a little better.
Now, have you seen this up close and personal yet?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I've seen a couple Beamers in my life. Never owned one. Someday I will. Where did Beamer come from, by the way?
Well, actually, the car is a Bimmer. The motorcycles
Bimmer, my
are
bad.
Beamer.
Oh.
So once you've been in this business long enough and you've had BMW owners explain that to you,
Beamer,
you'll
Bimmer,
never make that
whatever.
mistake again.
I'll make that mistake when I actually own one. How's that?
baby,
I can
once
call
you-
it whatever I want.
Well, once you go in and you write that check, now the 428i starts about $42,000. The 435 about $47,000, and you can get those with all-wheel drive. Add a couple $1,000s to that. So you've got with that 435. Those are both twin-scroll turbocharged engines. The 428 is a 2-liter turbocharged, 4-cylinder, 240 horsepower. And when you look at that car, that same engine they use in the 5 Series.
Right.
So they get a lot of range out of that. So you put that turbocharged engine in the coupe, it's going to be a pretty quick motor.
Yep.
The 435, 0 to 60 in about 5.3 seconds.
Oh my gosh. And something that I noticed what I just love, I love the look of the car. It's absolutely beautiful. And BMW always looks good. There's kind of a culture to it anyway. And something I can say, not that I've ever gone to buy one, but the people who have told me that there is something about just the customer service that they get. Like there is
That's
just
part
something different.
That's part of the
when they
luxury
go in.
class
Yes, yes,
purchase. You're
yes.
paying for that in the cost
Well,
of the car.
good, you should.
Well, speaking of customer service, Hyundai was just mentioned in the Auto Pacific Vehicle Satisfaction Survey. It comes
Very
out
nice.
every year, and they surveyed 52,000
And this is just right up in
owners.
Orange County, right?
Orange County Auto Pacific. It's it's an automotive research firm. They do a lot of different surveys. This one was on how people like their car.
Okay.
So Hyundai was named for aspirational luxury car for its Genesis sedan.
Okay. Which
And-
we have had on the show before, and we absolutely love. At least I did.
Genesis sedan is a completely unrecognized bargain. The other car they won for sporty car was the Hyundai Veloster.
Look at that.
You know, the
the
base
car that I'm
Veloster?
about to kick your butt in. Did really well, huh?
We'll see, won't we? But you know, those are the things. You know, it's the conveniences, it's the comfort, it's the performance, all the things that people like about that. Now, also in that, the Toyota Avalon won for large car. It also won for the hybrid EV.
Okay.
So people are really digging that Avalon. It is a nice car.
Yeah, it is.
Toyota Highlander won for the premium mid-size crossover.
Okay.
Cadillac SRX, their compact crossover, a good-looking car, that won. Top heavy-duty pickup truck was a Chevy Silverado. And see, that's the older generation. That Silverado is coming out all new this year.
Yeah.
So that was people who were really happy
Well,
with
maybe
that
they were the only
2013.
ones to take the time to do the.
It's amazing, you know, how many people are willing to respond.
Right.
You know, and there was like 51 categories, 51 areas that you
Wow.
asked these people to fill out.
Wow,
So
okay.
it's a significant amount of time that you're putting into
Sure.
this. So,
It's a lot of info.
yeah.
Okay.
So those are the kinds of awards that people really like about their car. So that has some meaning, you know, as you're going through there.
All right.
Now, another interesting headline is that Apple is trying to bite into the car business.
Well, of course they are. I mean, Apple. Well, it rules the world. But maybe that and Google, right?
You think
But Apple wants a big chunk of the car industry, and I don't blame them because let's face it, we all use our cars now. I mean, we all use our phones in our cars, and now we're looking for ways to not distract us. And I think Apple just wants a piece of that pie.
Well, you know, all of these so-called infotainment systems, you know, the touch screen, the ways to use voice recognition commands, it's being applied to cars because it's lightweight, takes out weight, helps fuel economy in the
Right.
big picture. So having all of these digital features is state of the art. But is it ready for the car?
Something I liked about it was that Apple was looking into like 15 car brands, and what they were trying to do is get exclusive into those cars.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is that not everybody owns an iPhone. You know, like 49 million people, but you're leaving out the 68 other million people who have
Android.
Androids and Blackberries and all that stuff too.
I was perfectly happy with my Droid. I have an iPhone 5 now, which I'm
And?
learning to enjoy.
Once you learn it, you're gonna love
These
it. I
phones,
promise.
it's a tool to me. I need the phone. I connect with
Right.
work. I do
Yeah.
a lot of things. But my designer at work, my page designer at work, is like he loves his phone. It's just he treats it like it's a shrine, and he can get all kinds of things out of it that I can't get out
I'll
of mine.
teach you whenever you want me to take time with you. I'll teach you,
You have
Marky
to sit
Mark.
down and work, and it's
I'll
the same
teach you.
with the car system,
Right.
and that's what frustrates owners today. Is there are so many features on it. Yes, you can, but do you really need to do all that? No, but once you get handy with the features you use regularly,
True.
There's been cars I've tried to do the touchscreen, and I've given up, and I hit that voice recognition button. That happened once in a BMW years ago when it first came out
Yeah.
with their notorious iDrive, which is much refined now. It was so frustrating. I was trying to just turn on the stinking radio, and I pounded on the steering wheel, and I inadvertently hit the voice thing.
All right.
And the lady's voice came on. What would you like? Radio, and it came on.
Oh, there you go. See, you're a happy camper after that, weren't you?
Well, and then it was like, yeah, kind of like this thing. And
I always do that too. I'm like, where is the closest in and out? And she just never understands. Like, would you like, Ernie Miles? I'm like, no, I don't. Don't call them. No, I don't. It's like an ex of mine. I don't know.
It's just, it's kind of like if you have to read about it, it's too complicated.
Right.
So that's what Apple's trying to do, bring it a simpler, smoother, easier system.
Sure. So it comes in, the last thing you want to worry about is your iPhone. But don't you worry. I'll help you out. No problem. I thought this was interesting. The CEO, of course, wants a piece of that pie because he assumes that eventually everyone's going to be an Apple owner, an iPhone owner. But he's also a board member of Ferrari. The man has good taste.
And Ferrari is among the cars ready to
exactly one of the brands
adapt.
that they're using. Yeah. All right. Well, what can we say? The guy has really good taste. Very expensive taste. He's like a gazillionaire.
Yeah, okay.
Oh gosh, look at you. All right, enough auto talk. I am so ready to compete. It's not even funny. Just like those guys playing basketball next to us, it's game time, baby. All right, stay with us because coming up, Mark and I are finally going head to head. That's right. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego, driven by Frank Motors. I'm Amber Mesker, Mark Maynard, and it is finally competition time. Today's competition will pit Mark and I against each other in a very simple race. The course, the winding roads of Jamul right here in San Diego's backyard. Our track is 6 miles long and will be timed from start to finish to race as fast as we can within the legal speed limits, of course. Easy enough, but there is a catch. We've placed a tray of eggs in the back of the car. For every egg broken, 20 seconds will be added to the total time for the racer. A steady hand and a smooth driving will be required for both of us if we expect to come out a winner. We're going to determine who's going first. So flip and, oh, Mark. That's what happens when you drink on the show. Go ahead.
The wind, redo.
Heads.
Ha! Tails, I win.
All right. Come on, eggs. Break every single one of you. Okay, Mark, give me the quarter. Get to the front of the car.
You bet, baby.
Good luck. Good luck, my friends. You're going to need it.
May the better driver not scramble eggs. Engage, here we go. Ooh, we got a 25-mile-an-hour corner coming up. Let's just coast through here. Ooh, hear that? Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, brisk acceleration. Oh, I like the feel of this car. Oh, steering, suspension really feels good. Oh, here we go. Not too bad. All right. Oh, just move them around to the back. Nice banked corner up here. Go, babies. Be gentle. This is one of those cars within 200 feet. You can just tell by the way the steering feels you'll like it. Feel it in the seat of your pants. And open her up. Oh, yeah. Nice. Scoot. Uh-oh. We got a hard left coming up here. Those eggs slowed down. Here we go. Oh, my. You gotta bust at least one. I used to be an egg picker back in my 20s. Part-time job at a big egg farm, 100 foot long. 10,000 chickens in there. That's a lot of chickens. It's even more eggs.
I'm thinking that Mark has already broken 5 out of the 6 eggs.
Veloster Turbo also. Oh, I don't think I broke any. What's interesting about the design on this car is that you'd think you wouldn't be able to see out the back. It's not bad. Oh, here's a bump. Going past Pio Pico Country Store, where you can get a good lunch or dinner at the restaurant. Uh-oh. Oh, good. They're all tucked over into that right side of the pan. As long as one doesn't jump the pan. All right, now let's even out. Nicely done.
He's not going to remember that every egg he breaks is 20 seconds.
Oh, darn traffic. I guess I'll have to slow down. Won't have any broken eggs in this round. Maybe Amber won't have such luck. We'll have to go fast the whole route. Oh, there's a little Civic up here. Civic with a big exhaust. Perfect competitor to this car.
As much as I love him, he's not a delicate man. I mean, he's a man, right? Men can't handle small, delicate things very well. And I think he's this way with the car because I think it gets a little bit arrogant.
That's a Civic Si. This guy came out here just like us to enjoy this twisty road. But now we're behind a motorcycle and something else. I just had the Nissan Juke Nismo. Nissan Motorsports Nismo, to bring it back, that sub-brand, trying to emphasize the accessories for that, the performance pieces. Nice car, compares exactly with this. 1.6 liter turboed motor, 6-speed transmissions. Well, except the Juke you can get with all-wheel drive and a continuously variable transmission. It's a fun segment now because you can get a sporty car, but with this you've got the back seats that fold, ton of space. Very smart use of your money, and for less than $25,000.
Guarantee he's going really fast on those turns, completely forgetting what the competition is about.
I really did try to break some eggs. But we're not breaking anything. We're not even breaking speed laws now.
So I think I'm gonna win.
Ingenious architecture Hyundai uses for this car, because this is based on the Elantra, and you've got all of that architecture. You just adjust the floor pans, the body style, you keep all the mechanicals, the engine, electronics. You've got the Elantra GT, which is kind of the 5-door version of this, although it's not quite as edgy looking. The GT is even more fun to drive than this. The Elantra GT, they've sold in Europe for a couple of years, so it was kind of set up, that suspension was set up for that European kind of buyer. I don't know what the difference is. I like the GT. I would like that kind of a suspension in this. Ooh, cornering. Oh, easy. Amber's gonna be in trouble down here because this is a big bump at the end of this little stretch. Goes across this, essentially a little creek.
I haven't really driven the car yet, so I don't know how it handles, but that doesn't matter.
This car is nice. I mean, it's well soundproof. You don't get much harshness. You don't feel any harshness coming through. That's the key to suspension. And Hyundai has been able to just improve every aspect of their cars. They're doing their own engineering, their own design on all the suspension pieces. The turbocharging alone on this, it's phenomenal how they have built the turbocharger into the engine. Just the designs are awesome. You know, years ago, in the 50s, in the 60s, when teenage drivers got their instruction in high school, the driver's ed instructor would teach you with a glass of water. He'd put a glass of water on that center console, and when you shifted gears, because most cars then were manual transmission, and he taught you to shift so easily you wouldn't spill the water. Well, it's kind of like now. Uh-oh. With the eggs. Don't break the eggs. Drive so smoothly, with such sensitive input to the steering wheel. That's actually a really good lesson for maximizing fuel economy, is driving smoothly. Easy on the throttle, easy on the steering, easy on the brakes. Maximize mileage. Now this Civic's gonna have to get on it because we're starting to lose interest. Gotta keep on my game here, but this is pretty much double yellow all the way out.
I also, juggle eggs on my, free time, and so I think that somehow is gonna really help me.
All right. Maybe one little stretch up here where we can nail it. Oh, because I've got another family sedan coming up on me hot. Ooh. You just look bad when you're in a Veloster and you got a family sedan wanting to pass you. Wow. I mean, he's certainly not breaking any speed laws today. Okay, oh, shucks. Our only spot to pass, and there's oncoming traffic. So we'll just slow down. Enjoy the view today. The lovely day in San Diego. Gosh, it's gorgeous out here. Wow, he slowed down to 40 miles an hour on the straight. Somebody up there is really enjoying the ride today. That's okay. I guess if I don't break any eggs, does that mean I win? know if I'm too slow. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Okay, we're coming up to the end of the course. There's not going to be any room to pass. Uh-oh. Oh, did he see something? Oh, must have been maybe there was a squirrel over there. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nothing like a Sunday drive with somebody slow in front of you. Okay, we're coming up to the end right here at the stoplight. Hope you get your timer. I'm sure you're going to have to shave off 3 or 4 freaking minutes because I had to go slow. Well, let's see. I'm just going to pull over here to the right on Lake Crest Drive, and I'm going to look this driver in the eye and say, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I probably should have gone the other way. Oh, well, here we are at the end of the race course.
I mean, you're either a great driver or you're not, and we all know I'm an excellent driver.
Well, looky there. Not one busted egg, but we kind of knew that, didn't we? We're going to hit it hard. We're going to tell Amber this was so easy. You can really carry speed through those corners. The eggs just kind of roll gently through the pan. She won't believe me anyway, but it's going to be fun. Let's go get it.
Before the break, Mark made his way up our winding course, and even though his time suffered a bit from traffic,
but now we're behind the motorcycle.
He managed to complete the course without a single egg broken, with a total time of 9 minutes and 41 seconds. All right, it's time for me to get in the hot seat and try to pull out a win.
Time to beat 9:41.
9:41?
Oh, I got stuck behind a train of traffic. Now, let me give you a couple pointers.
Oh, God, yes.
Just carry speed well into the corner, and then when you get right to that corner point, brake hard.
Right, sure. Get out of here. I got this, please.
Hit it.
Please. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Hello. Let's stay in between the lines, right? Yikes. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to be smooth on these turns, but I want my time to be good. You know, this isn't fair. I guarantee you, Mark came before me, and all weekend long, he's just been traveling this course. I guarantee it. Just so he could beat me. So it's not fair if he's been practicing all weekend long. Oh my gosh. Okay, all I hear is those eggs going back and forth. That can't be good. Ooh. Oh, that's a long turn. Hello. Okay, one thing I can say I do like about this car is that, oh, shh. Oopsie. One thing I do like about this is that I do feel in control, so that's good. And the pick-me-up is unbelievable. That turbo definitely kicks in for sure. I like the seat. I feel pretty stable in it. As far as those eggs, though, I think maybe I've already cracked at least 1 or 2, which isn't good, but I feel like this is really dangerous. I'm nervous. I'm going to kill myself and my camera. I should have had you sign a waiver in here, Ricky. Oh, my lordy. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Yeah, baby. All right, straight away. I'm gonna just lightly click on the brakes. Oh, that didn't sound good. Those eggs are not happy. I'm loving this drive right now, and I'm seriously trying to keep focused on the competition, but I can't help. There are like people coming down from parachutes. There are wild animals. Everybody's like people hiking, bicycles. I mean, there's a lot going on right now. All I can say is it's a lot of fun, and people I'm sure are a little pissed off that I'm driving so fast, but I gotta win, people. Get out of my way. Well, all I can say is that the brakes are really good. Oh my God, a dip? Who decided that a dip would be good in a competition? Oops. Okay. Oopsies. Jeez. All I'm thinking about right now is winning. winning at the ultimate price. Sometimes a couple eggs have to die in order to win, you know, as long as my time is good. Ooh, sounds a little wet back there. Like yolky wet. That's not good. And Mark, how did he not even break one? Oh my God, was that a cop? Oh my God, please God. Woo! No, I think we're good. I think that was just an immigration cop. I mean, it really is gorgeous out here. And the lake, I mean, I know that the Olympic Center is really close by. I've been there a couple of times and it's gorgeous. And I mean, this entire area is just, it's really pretty. And, oh man, now I'm behind a motorcycle. Doesn't he understand I'm on an egg competition against Mark Maynard? I might have to run him over because nothing stands in my way of winning.
You can pass it right now. Yeah, do it.
All right.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. And we're passing, and we're winning, and we're passing, and we're winning. That's right. Ooh, I swear the pick-me-up is amazing. Ooh. And I know I shouldn't be focusing on this, but one of the things I do love about the Hyundai is that everything that comes on the steering wheel, I mean, it's all at your fingertips, which is great because during competition mode, you want to be, you know, everything should be at your fingertips. You want to have to look at anything. It's just all right here. And we're going to definitely speed through this light. Yeah.
That's the finish line.
That was the finish line?
Yeah.
What was my time?
Oh, time is...
What was my time? Look at my time.
9:03.
Woo!
We'll see.
Wait, what was Mark's?
9:40.
Okay, so mine was 9:03, Mark's was 9:40. I'm almost positive that I broke a couple eggs because I'm starting to smell like a hot smelt of egg wafting in the car, and that's not good. All right, so I'm all done. Maybe I got lucky and no eggs are broken, but let's go take a look just in case. Let's open this up. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, no. Oh my, look at all that yellow. Are you kidding me? How many? One. Oh, that's definitely cracked. Oh my God. 2, 3. Okay, so 3. Dang it. You know what this means? Oh my God, it's 4. Are you kidding me? I'm the worst driver ever. Okay, so I saved 2. Dang it. I'm looking around to see if there's a grocery store because I'm cheating, if that's a possibility. Dang it. Okay, I should have taken those a little bit smoother. What can I say? I'm just hell behind wheels, guys. That's all I can say. Dang it. All right, let's go tell Mark. I hate losing. So though I'm really pissed off that I lost, now I can actually focus on the car, which is that I do like the way it runs. I feel really in control because there were some really crazy turns in there and I was going way too fast, but I never felt out of control. And that's what I really like about this car. And I do, like I mentioned before, is that everything you're looking for is on the steering wheel. And something I hate in other cars that I've driven before is that you have to look around, you gotta find it. I like something to be right here at my fingertips, so essentially your hands are never off the wheel, which is always good. And another thing I like the feel of it. I like the look because the symmetry of everything looks good. It looks more modern. Of course, I love anything that I can connect to my iPhone to. So when I want to play Pandora, when I want to get that type of music on, of course, Bluetooth, 1, it's just safer, but 2, it's convenient, which I really like as well. I like the two-tone leather. I mean, you've got like a light gray almost and a black, and it just looks good. And the seat's almost cupped to you, so you feel, another reason why it just feels safe is because you're in the seats, but it's not too snug, so you don't feel claustrophobic in this car, and I do like that a lot. I love the roof. There's almost like a spot there's almost like some detail to it that I haven't seen in a car before, and I really like that as well because it makes it unique. It makes it kind of different. And there's so many cars out there that look exactly the same. It's kind of cool to have something that you feel is a little bit different on the road, which I do like too. And as far as the turbo goes, I wasn't kidding. That thing kills. And it's such a small car. You wouldn't think that this car has that type of speed, but it does. It's a really fast car. And I've had cars before that are only 2 doors, and what an inconvenience to just pull back your seat and have people get in, and their seats or their feet are always touching the seats, and it makes your car dirty. So to have that extra door doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but trust me, when you've got people in the back, it's going to make a huge difference. So you don't have to you just want to worry about them. But it's a small car, so to have just 3 doors makes sense, but you'll appreciate it once you have it. So I do like that. Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego, driven by Frank Motors. I'm Amber Musker.
Mark Maynard.
Mark, as much as I hate to admit this,
Of course you have to admit it.
pretty sure you're the winner. Mark and I just got done with our competition with the eggs, and turns out I'm not a very good driver when it comes to quick turns and eggs flopping around in the back. My time
Didn't we know that?
was 9:03, people, okay? And your time
That was
originally
quicker
was
than
what?
mine. Mine was 9:41.
That's right, but unfortunately,
Stuck behind traffic.
I broke 4 eggs, which gets my time to 10:23, which leaves you, my friend.
Victor, consistency.
Oh, please.
Yes, smoothness. You know, it's a race, and if you red light, boom, it means I win no matter how badly I
Oh, gosh. All right, whatever.
the car was really nice. Now, I was able to push
was.
that harder than I thought. Those eggs, you just tuck them off to the side, you go through
Yeah.
How did you break 4 eggs?
Okay, I hit a couple things. I went a little fast. It happens, Mark. I wanted to win so
All
badly.
right. So when you're driving, what did you notice about the car?
Okay, one thing I noticed about the car, it is very smooth. I felt very safe, which I liked because I was taking those corners pretty fast. And I like the look of the car. There's something about the look that I just like. It's very sleek, it's modern. Of course, I love the technology that I can use. So yeah, I liked the car.
Yeah. Couple things I noticed immediately, the steering feel.
Yes.
I like that, the way the brakes, all of that relationship with
Did you like
throttle.
how the seats kind of cup you a little bit?
They're nicely bolstered,
Yes.
but not overly bolstered.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I didn't feel claustrophobic inside
Yeah.
the car, which I really liked.
all right, so all those things work well, and like I said, you can see out of it even though it looks like you can't.
Right, very true. And I just hate that you won, Mark. I hate it. All right, next week I'll get you, I promise. If you're interested in taking a look at this car and driving it around, go over to Frank Hyundai. I promise you will not be sorry because this car is good and it's fast.
Gets the
and
Overdrive
It's fun.
recommendation.
Exactly, and I promise you, no eggs in the back, so you're good to go there. All right, join us next week for Overdrive San Diego, driven by Frank Motors. See you next week.